This is Rob Murdlacci, the Mindshare Learning Report, Canada's Learning and Technology e-magazine, and welcome to This Week in Canadian EdTech MindShareTV Back to School Tips with Educator Melissa Dent, recipient of Prime Minister's Award for Teaching Excellence this past year, and the winner of the 15th Schools of the Future Student Invention Challenge. Thank you for joining me this afternoon, Melissa.
Thank you for having me.
Well, a little bit about Melissa. She's an experienced educator with the Lambton Kent School District out of Sarnia, Ontario. I can't wait to visit. With a passion for cultivating curiosity, ingenuity, and risk taking in her students. As I mentioned, she was recently recognized in the Prime Minister for Teaching Excellence Awards in STEM. And she loves to use tech combined with the adventure to immerse students in active learning to become better global citizens. She's passionate about finding new and dynamic ways to facilitate lifelong learning, to discover their zeal. And she's worked with as a technology consultant, esports coach, and embraces the arts, and is a virtual K-12 teacher as well. And she is committed to the learners where she teaches grade 7, middle school, grade 7 and 8, as I mentioned, in the Lambton Kent District School Board. Highly recommend you visit the area. I worked on the Olympic torch in that area back in the day. Loved visiting your region. Thank you again for joining us today. Wow, what a whirlwind of activity it's been post-COVID as a recipient of the Prime Minister Award. Now, did you get to meet the Prime Minister?
No, I did not. No, I got a certificate of achievement.
Well,
So
you know, nonetheless, I'm sure at some point, the next election, you'll be in your region, and he should drop in to visit for a photo op.
to see what it looks like in the classroom, yes.
That's right. Well, he's an ex-teacher too, and he actually taught
I
in
He
Coquitlam School
did.
District, where my friend is a superintendent,
I feel like
Patricia
that the
Gardner.
classroom has changed significantly since then.
Well, that's a great segue to our conversation. It's back to school. You won the award. You're getting a whole bunch of prizes. Let's talk about perhaps what inspired you and some tips for teachers who might be new to the classroom or maybe midstream, mid-career teachers, because I've met teachers who embrace technology later in life. It's never too late, is it?
No, absolutely not. No, my background is in fine arts, and I certainly had no interest in technology very early. In fact, I used to mix my own paints. Like that's
Wow.
how much I was into.
And now you embrace STEAM. So you infuse the arts, which we do here as well with Steamworks Studio, one of our co-working members here. Thank you for visiting us last week as well at the
Yeah, that
Mindshare
was
Workspace.
fun to actually
Yeah,
see the amazing space. I think that creativity is the core component and the reason behind why I embrace technology so much, but also that it allows students who didn't previously have a voice or a way to express themselves an ability to do so. So students who might not have the confidence to speak up in the classroom are fine recording a video reflection or writing a short we record a lot of videos actually for kids who have difficulty with writing out all of their thoughts and feelings.
well, it is about multi-literacies, isn't it, Melissa?
Yeah, and I think that we're preparing students for a 21st century where they're going to need different skills than they previously needed. I mean, we're now
Absolutely.
having a conversation, over the internet, and there a lot of them are going to work that way.
And there's some new curriculum this year that the province is implementing that speaks to digital literacies and cybersecurity and digital citizenship. Talk to me about the inspiration of these wonderful students and what they created. So here you are. You won a whole bunch of prizes from Dell and Lego and other companies that Wacom that you'll be getting to enjoy and experiment with the students. Why don't we flip on the video and you can talk us through kind of the vision of what that looked like. So here I'm going to roll the camera, and here we are. So uh,
So the first thing you should know is that it was an all girls team. So the
girl
intention
power, I
was,
love it. I have a daughter, and she's in cybersecurity, so we love to see girls embrace tech.
we want them to understand that there's a place for them in STEAM, right? There are so many careers that are open to them. We live in Sarnia, as you know, and their goal was to look at the Sustainable Development Goals and reimagine Sarnia, as well as integrate, the calls to action so that they could reimagine Sarnia with a First Nations perspective and add
Amazing.
all the things to it that they wanted to. And as you can see, we had a local city councilor come in and talk
I love
about,
the city councilor's look. Is he? Does he double as the modern Santa by any chance, like we have here? Because you should mention he could do that. Sorry, I digress.
so, well, he also works as a wrestler, right?
Oh, right.
So,
That's talk about multi literacies and multi careers.
and his wife is a teacher, and they did work up north, right, on a reserve. So he has a good understanding of what. So that's a community garden that the kids have built
Amazing.
there. Um, During the school year, we also raised salmon for the local fishery.
What?
And the kids wanted to incorporate that. So we raised salmon from eggs in order to repopulate our local lake. And then once they got big enough, they went. We have sustainable development in wind, but you may also notice that Sarnia has a lot of oil, right? It has a bad rep, and Sarnia really is a hidden gem.
Right.
So they took what was previously there and they reimagined it as they're doing in Sweden, where they capture the greenhouse gas emissions and they make diamonds.
They make
Diamonds. So they make
diamonds.
diamonds out of the greenhouse gas. Oh, that's our local hospital, and it has a living wall. And then close to it, we have mini housing units for all of our homeless population, along with a counseling center and a vet. So this is our twin bridge here. And we also have a water recycler where they take wastewater and they recycle it and reuse it. So there was a lot of thought that went into this. They were like, okay, we're going to have a grocery store, but all of the packaging is going to be biodegradable and it's going to come from locally sourced areas.
This is remarkable. And I'm so pleased that you're taking us through it to really drill down and give us a deeper dive into the design thinking of the submission. So, uh, what was the impact like on the students?
Well, first of all, I need to tell you that the video originally was 6 minutes long. And when I
Oh
told them
wow,
they had to
sorry about that.
they
That's
had
a
to get
lot of
it
that's a
down to
lot of
3, oh, there was so much that they wanted to include. So they rewrote their script and rewrote their script, and then they practiced talking as fast as they possibly could. So if anybody goes to watch the video, go into the settings and watch it at like 75% speed, and then you can actually hear what they're saying because they talk very quickly to get in as much information as they can. So there was a sense of, I think, satisfaction when they created it. It was certainly like it was talked about a little bit in city council, the different ideas that the youth had. So they were excited about that and about what was there. And then you'll remember when you came virtually to announce that they had won and
right.
how very excited they were. But I think the biggest impact came later after they had processed and thought about it, because I received a few emails over the summer and they were featured in a local article. So I think for them, it was this sense of empowerment that they could affect change in the world, that they really could take their ideas and reach out and change what was happening out there in real time, which I think is more exciting for students and more relevant for students than just doing a project to do a project.
Fascinating. I'd love to meet these kids, when they're in high school preparing for university. I can only imagine the careers that they want to pursue. And kudos to you for inspiring this and giving them the agency to tell a story, and immersing them in real world problem solving exercises that, to bring in the city councilor. I thought that was brilliant. And the fact that he's a wrestler and a city councilor, like, he's using both sides of the brain for sure.
It was good for them to hear the ideas and what the problems were in the city from his perspective, and given a blank slate, what he and the other councilors and the mayor would do to improve the city.
What would you say to teachers now preparing for back to school, and say they're,
So many
newer at
things,
this?
Robert. This will 27th year back in the class. Newer at technology, I would say that the first thing that you need to do is not be afraid.
Right.
I think it is less about using the tech and more about building relationships with students and empowering students, because
Amazing.
I will be honest, I am not the world's best Minecraft builder or creator, and I don't need to be. The students work
Yeah.
together, they teach each other, they help each other. They only come to me when they want me to, reach out and bring in guest speakers.
Well, we're speaking of speakers. We're so looking forward to you speaking at our 14th Canadian EdTech Leadership Summit uh, in Ottawa, November 2nd and 3rd. And you're getting a bunch of prizes now.
Oh,
So you've got a whole reno coming to your Learning Commons at the school, which is, I can't wait to visit. And would you encourage others to visit? Because, is that okay if we
oh,
send you
yes.
a few people?
You're welcome to come and visit. The
Yeah,
Learning Commons is about to go under construction.
that's
Um,
exciting. Paint a picture for us on that.
so they're going to basically rip out some of the walls that are there. They're going to open up the view so that they're not going to change the footprint of the building. So it's not going to cost a tremendous amount, because they're not going to add on, but they're going to open it up, and they're going to make a collaborative maker space where students can come together to create and to work with, things like robotics, or to do art, or to build, imagine, and dream, and develop their 21st century skills.
Amazing. So I'll let you get settled back in before I come, maybe sometime in October, when the leaves are changing colors, and you've got that beautiful scenery on the river in Sarnia. I so enjoyed coming down there in the past, and when my son was going to OHL camp in Saginaw, we'd cross the bridge there, and some incredible views. And I sail, so I'd love to jump on the sailboat if there's one around.
There absolutely is. We have a wonderful marina and yacht club as well.
Yeah, you're inspiring me to maybe want to follow some of the other Greater Toronto Area folks that have moved down there and enjoy life a little more, because it is a different lifestyle, isn't it? I
I
presume.
It is, and I think one of my core beliefs as a teacher is to teach children how to reconnect to the earth and the importance of what
Wonderful.
is it is out there, right?
Well, congratulations again on your first prize winning. What a wonderful uh, highlight to the end of the school year in all that you do, and for the kids at Rosedale Public School. I can't wait to visit, and it's incredible that you've inspired so many wonderful experiences for the kids. And I wonder, are any of them going to grade 9 this year, or
No, all of these students were in grade 6. So
grade
several of
6?
them will be in my classroom this year. Um, some of them, I forgot to tell you the things they said in their email.
Okay,
They
yeah.
said, this was the most exciting day of my life when they were featured in a local news article.
What? That is incredible.
So
And
they're looking forward to using all the
yeah.
technology and all the prizes that you sent, and sharing it with the rest of the school.
Well, I have to say that we started this journey a number of years ago, and we weren't sure what the impact would be, and we're not done yet. We wanted,
No.
initially it was inspiring, getting beyond pockets of innovation, but we still have a lot of work to do. And because of educators like yourself, and really embracing the future of um, directions of where kids need to learn, and how they learn best through project-based learning, hands-on learning, and preparing them for the real world. That's what
It,
it's about, and that's what.
it's as much as the sponsors are fantastic and we love the prizes. It's really about the students having a real world audience,
Yeah.
creating a project,
Yes.
whether they win or lose, but creating a project and
Yeah.
having a real world audience to share it with.
And of course, we really appreciate those sponsors too, to make it all possible. But the real world
Absolutely.
experiences are, I can't agree with you more. And Melissa Dent, thank you so much. You are getting ready for back to school. The teachers are back in, and you're preparing your classroom. How's it coming along?
So we're moving into portables. So it's a
Congratulations. I
new
almost feel like
transition.
apologizing for all those Torontonians coming down there and bursting the schools at the seams.
No, no, no. The more students we have, the better experiences we can
Well,
provide
awesome.
for them.
Well, kudos for all that you do. Kudos for your passion and inspiration. And we're looking forward to visiting in October. That was Melissa Dent, the first prize winner of Canada Schools of the Future Challenge. My name is Robert Martellacci, the Mindshare Learning Report. Be sure to check out www.mindshare.learning to get your latest issue. And until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, enjoy the long weekend, and keep the learning curve steep.